Pisces, hi Dreamweavers. We're going to get right into this reading for you. I'm going to pull from the Healing Waters Oracle today. We're going to start there, all right? We're just going to jump right into this and see what the energy is like for you today. And I'm going to read from the book with you and we shall see. So I hope you're all having a blessed day. Hit that subscribe button. Thank you. I am over 100 subscribers now. I want to thank all of you for joining me on this journey. And I also created a podcast called Destined Places where I talk about astrocartography, and you'll get to see a little insight about how astrocartography is playing and has played a role in my life. And so if you're interested in astrocartography, you can drop a message in the comments. Let me know what you'd like to know about it. I'm going to be putting a link in the description box where you can pull your chart. If you need help going a little bit deeper into your chart, I'm going to be creating a link where you can reach out to me and we can go over your destined places for you. And what's really interesting about destined places is that there are some places that you live which will trigger your shadow, which will help you do your shadow healing. Some places will trigger love, and some places are more for your destiny. And even if you're not, oh, there's a card that fell out already. And even if you're not going to those places, there's ways to connect with those places to connect to your destiny. Take a look at the channel. I'm keeping the videos pretty short, probably around 10 minutes at the most for each section, just so you can get an understanding. And then I'm going to go a little bit more into depth about astrocartography in the future. But if there are any questions you have about yourself, about how it works, just like tarot or astrology is a starting point for you, it's not an end point, right? We all have free will, but it's definitely a guidance. What's really amazing about astrocartography is that when you can see where you started in your birthplace, right? Where all the stars were, where all the planets aligned in your birthplace when you were born, to where, depending, like if you're going to make a move, let's say, you can replace your chart to that place and see how you're going to be affected when you move to that place. And I think it's amazing. Like I've had some places where, whoo, like the energy was heavy. I've had some places where, like where I am now, where the energy has been healing, but it's also been very confusing. I have some other places that I'm thinking about going to where it's like, wow, I can't even believe I came up with that even before I had placed my chart. That, you know, it's like, wow, destiny calls. Sometimes we're guided to make our moves. My last few moves, and I've moved a little bit in my life, my last few moves have been based on my decision, right? But sometimes when we're younger, it's not up to us. So, and if you have siblings, everybody's affected differently depending on where your parents move. Let's say you were in the military and you went from California to Germany to, you know, wherever, and you had to move your family to all these places, you know, your children may all be affected differently. And so it's really amazing to understand how you're affected, how people are affected, how your relationship even is affected. If you have a partner and you're moving, is this somewhere that's going to bring you closer, or is this somewhere that's going to bring more conflict into your relationship? Because that does happen. There are some places that we move that are unsettling. Because have you ever moved into a home and you're like, oh, the energy in this home just doesn't feel right. Like something's not right. And you were fine, like when you lived across town, but now even in the same city, like you move somewhere else and all of a sudden the energy's off. You and your spouse, you and your kids, your relationships, everything feels kind of weird. That's why astrocartography is pretty amazing. It's not the end all or be all, because you can connect with those places that are best for you. And there's a way to find that out also. So like I said, I'll drop the link. It's free. You can pull your own chart. And if you need help, I'm going to be putting something together where I will help people get their charts together and figure out their destined places, because I think it's amazing. All right. So with that said, let me read this card. I have a, Metamorphosis. This is the first card. Let me get the book. Healing Waters. Embrace transformation. Things are now different. Listen, Pisces. This is your energy all over. You know, Saturn will be out of your sign here in February. Saturn just came back into Pisces. And this is your transformation time. Many of you are doing that last bit of healing or going back and looking. And some of you are fasting. Like for me, I've been alternate day fasting. I decided on September 1st, I locked in. I did the 2025 lock in. And I decided I'm an alternate, can I say it? I am an alternate day faster now. That's what I am until further notice, until maybe I reach my goal weight. Because it was ironic, on September 1st, I think it was, or the August 30th, I went to the doctor and I had a weigh-in and had gained 5 pounds from the 30 pounds that I lost. And I was like, oh no, I'm not going back. We're moving forward. And so this is a perfect time. And if you haven't already locked into something, lock in. I've locked into coming onto my channels and doing more here and just showing up authentically, right? And that's my goal. And so, what you see, is what you get when you come here. There's no, there's not a lot of fluff, right? Respect, but not a lot of fluff. All right, so let's read this card, Metamorphosis. Let's see what Spirit has to say, because I think that things are so different now, and you might even be feeling like, look at all the clouds, but there's a pathway through the clouds. And so you may be feeling a little bit up in the clouds right now, just being in this in-between space where maybe you have locked in like me, and like you're reaching your goal because you know who you are now and there's no going back. But at the same time, you're kind of forgiving or releasing those old parts of you that you're not going to be taking with you anymore. And then that's weird. It's like that transformation is very, very, it can feel strange, right? Because you're just like, oh my gosh, like I am now an alternate day faster. I'm not that person that just eats all the time anymore. And I heard someone actually say something like that the other day. And I actually, on my other channel, had a video where I posted that when I quit smoking, I had to tell myself I am not a smoker. And then I quit smoking and I never picked up a cigarette again. And so this is the time to decide that who you are, right? And even if you're not there now, once you decide who you are, you will start to adapt the habits of who that person that you're transforming into, right? It's like you're there, but you're not there yet, right? It's that transformation. And maybe it's something that you've been thinking about doing for a long time. And you're like, oh, you've been teetering on it. And you're like, oh, I think I might try. I think I might do this. And now you're just like, no, this is who I am, right? Like I am a seer. Right? I have discernment. I am spiritual, right? And so owning all those parts of you, who you are unapologetically right now. And it doesn't matter if you're 200 pounds, 300 pounds, and you want to be 100 pounds, right? Like it doesn't matter because I am healthy, right? So if you tell yourself you're healthy, when you go to the kitchen to get something to eat, if you're a healthy person, you're going to make healthy choices, right? As opposed to saying, I'm on a diet. What does that mean? I'm going on a diet. And then and if I have anything else to say about this is to keep things close to yourself, because so many times we tell people what we're going to do, what our plans are, right? And it seems like a good idea, right? Like you have a spouse or people in your household, like, hey, I'm going to share with them that I am an alternate day faster. If I tell my husband I'm an alternate day faster, every time I'm not eating, he's going to be watching me all the time to see when I'm eating. And then he's going to be offering me food. It's almost like it triggers people to just get you to do the opposite of what you're trying to do. And it's really ironic. I'm 10 pounds down. I've been fasting for 14 days now. I've had 14 days. So 7 of those days were fast days where I didn't eat. Right? On 7 of those days, I did 36-hour fasts, and my husband has no idea. He's just like, oh, you look like you lost weight. And I'm like, yeah. He's just like, but he has no idea that I haven't eaten, and we haven't talked about it. And we have a different eating schedule because of when he likes to eat. We don't typically in the evening eat at the same times. He likes to eat later, and I never eat late. So he has absolutely no idea if I'm fasting or if I'm not. So, I mean, just for yourself, just to avoid sabotage from other people, I think it's a good idea. But let's read this card because I want to see what metamorphosis. Okay. Embrace transformation. Things are different now. Water, more than any other element, is very used to change, like lobsters, which must shed their shell in order to grow. When the conditions call for it, water transforms itself from liquid to solid, ice, and to gas, clouds, mist, vapor. That's what I felt like. You're in the clouds, right? So that no wonder Pisces are in the clouds a lot, right? Because it's still water, air, mist, vapor. You know, clouds, mist, vapor. All of those are made of water. And while it may appear that the way we humans change is a little more subtle and slow than that, as ever-changing beings live in an ever-changing world, we're constantly transforming too. Every moment of every single day is an opportunity to embrace or resist change. When we embrace change, we embrace the intelligence of life. When we resist change, we resist the intelligence of life. Often, it's in the growth phase that we feel most uncomfortable. When we've outgrown our skin, or our shell, or our old ways of being, it requires great courage to release what was for the chance to begin again. Yeah, and that's exactly what I was saying. Like, you know, you right now, like, there's parts of you that you're gonna mourn. Like, you're just gonna be like, what? I don't eat pizza every Friday night. I'm just talking about food because, you know, that's been a thing for me. But like, yeah, I don't drink every night anymore. That's the other thing. Last 14 days, I was like, no wine, right? Now, I don't know if I'm never going to drink again, but there may come a time where it's just like scarcely. I used to drink like every night. But as you gain clarity, as you start to see, as you start to understand that your spirituality, your ability to heal yourself, your ability to help others heal and step into your purpose depends on it. So your life depends on it and other people's lives depend on it. You will just do it. Like, you will become that person. It's kind of sad, right? Because I'm like, oh, I used to remember when I used to go and I could just go party and carefree, you know. But once you know, you can't unknow what you know. You can't unknow what you know. And the thing is that you look at it and it's another beautiful stage in your life, right? This is what it means to transform, and it's what this card is all about. It's time to embrace what's changing around and within you and to see it as an opportunity for great transformation and growth. Embrace the changes that are happening around and within me. I embrace the changes that are happening around and within me. I'm ready to let them transform me. Exactly. Just let them transform you. And it's time. Like I said, it's not too late. It's only September 16th today. It's you can still lock in to whatever change that is that, you know, that Saturn has been calling you to make. All right. And this is a good time because you will be supported. You're being supported right now to literally transform. So take the opportunity. Right now it's fall. The seasons are changing. The leaves are changing. There's a lot of change right now. There's a lot of transformation right now. So this is no better time than now. You know, many people wait until the first of the year to make their transformations. And, you know, for Pisces, after the first of the year, things start moving fast. So wherever you are and whatever transformations that you've made, you're now, after making those changes, you're getting ready to reap the rewards for that, right? And you'll reap rewards for the changes that you haven't made too. Right? So that's you want karma or dharma? Like, what are we going for after the first of the year? I'm going for the dharma. I'm going for the good vibes, right? All the good things that I've been asking for in my life. And I'm wishing that for you all also. All right, Pisces. So this is my new favorite deck. I told you I got these cards from, these were from Etsy. And so I'm going to pull an oracle card from here too and see what's your vibe. And the vibe is transformation. It's so fitting with transformation. But I'm going to, okay. Spiritual awakening. Exactly. Spiritual awakening, inner light, spiritual emptiness. I feel like Spirit is saying, like, your spiritual awakening is a choice based on the work that you do, right? Based on the transformations that you commit to. And so based on your choices can lead to spiritual awakening or spiritual emptiness. And also the inner light. Like it's, people think that this light, love and light is, it's amazing to have love and light, but it's also, it can feel empty. And I don't know if I've had this conversation with you or not. I tried to do another reading the other day, and let me just check. Oh yeah, my computer, I was having some technical issues, so I recorded a whole reading and it didn't record. But there's an emptiness, right, that comes with a feeling of emptiness. I don't think it's spiritual emptiness, really. There's a feeling of emptiness that comes with transformation, because not everyone goes with you on your transformation. Not everyone understands your transformation. And people will fall off as you transform because they don't understand you. And so the more you elevate and the more you awaken and the more spiritual awakened that you become, it's not that you become better then, it's just that you're in a different place. You've done the work, but you're no longer able to vibe with the people who aren't there. And it's not for being better than, right? You're there to help people elevate. Your vibe will not allow you to stay around people who aren't also trying to elevate themselves, to awaken their spirit. They might not be where you are. You may find people that are ahead of you, right? But you will connect with those people based on your freedom of choice to awaken and to continue to do the work that you're doing, right? And those people you would not have access to yourself if you weren't doing the work. If you're not doing the work. I mean, it's not until I started doing the work that I found my natural path, right? Like, how could I find her if I wasn't doing the work? There's no need for her, right? In my mind, it's not that there wasn't a need for her, but like there would be no need, right? It's not like she was going to come seek me out. No, because that's the thing. People set themselves up and they open up the doors of their spiritual business so that you can find them when you are ready. I fell upon her somehow. I can't remember. But they always say when the student is ready, the teacher will show up. The teacher will come. And so a lot of your connections are going to come in that way, Pisces, is what I'm feeling. And I feel like there's an inner calm. It's not emptiness, it's calm, but as you're going through this transformation, there might be some emptiness as you're releasing your old self, right? I feel like it's like you're releasing that person that you were who was spiritually empty. And now you're spiritually full and happy and realizing how much of a better life it is, how much of a better place it is, how much better your world and your life is, and how much of a better outlook, no matter what's going on outside of you, how much of a better outlook there is on life, or you have on life. And that's the part I feel like you're releasing. It's the duality. When you step, it's the blessing of stepping into spiritual awakening, is that spiritual empty self, you let him or her go. But there's a sadness in that, because some of that spiritual unawakened self had fun sometimes, right? Had pain, learned a lot of lessons, met a lot of people who aren't going with you. All right. Don't make me cry, Pisces. Don't make me cry. Don't we wish we could just take everyone with us and we can all awaken together? But that's part of your job. That's part of your job, is to help the people spiritually awaken. One card stayed, and I'm just going to pull that one. Feminine energy, intuition, and love. Exactly. Woman. This one is femme means woman in Creole. Feminine energy, intuition, love. Your spiritual awakening is putting you in that feminine energy. It's putting you in the light. It's putting you, allowing you to just be, allowing you to be the powerhouse, right? But with love, in feminine energy, and also receive, right? Like you're not going out and chasing people anymore. You're not chasing love anymore. The love is from within. The energy is from within. Your aura is glowing. It doesn't even matter if you walked into a dark room. People would feel your vibe. Your energy is that powerful now. Okay? Fish, wealth, abundance. Do you know that goldfish are good luck? Maybe some of you need poisson. You guys need a fishbowl at home. Maybe you have a fishbowl at home. Fish symbolize wealth and abundance. And some of you might be your spirit animal. Obviously, this is your sign, right? Pisces, you're a Pisces. But I'm feeling like there's a flow. Like right now, there's just an energy of you going with the flow. Like you're not swimming against the current anymore. And you know how the Pisces fish, like you have one that's swimming upwards and one that's swimming downwards, right? And you know how in the symbol, like they are like next to each other. So in my mind's eye right now, I'm just seeing those fish, like the flow is so good that they're dancing together, and they're able, like that feminine and that masculine energy is just able to, like they're able to maneuver and stay in their pattern, right? That pattern that we're used to seeing the Pisces symbol in. And they're able to stay in the water in that pattern because they're just going with the flow, and they're just going with the current and swimming together. Like one is not like trying to go this way and the other one's pulling it back. That's not happening anymore. There's just a balance right now in your life, and this is bringing in wealth and abundance for you. Oh, and there's some fierce protection over your life. Let me turn over the yeah. Listen. There's these three cards came out together. Mamada, no, and fouet. That means whip. This is no. And this one here means I think it means mother of teeth, but it's like your protection. You have divine protection against blockages right now. All blockages are being lifted for you. You have protection against conflict. This is a time for you to be disciplined. Spirit will redirect you will redirect you from anywhere or any direction that's not for you. And these two have come out before, but there's a whip here. Listen, your spirit team will beat somebody down if they mess with you. And I feel like maybe there's somebody in your energy who's been trying to bring this kind of energy, right, into your life, this conflict and this like trying to get kind of bring you a beat down, but they're getting blocked. They cannot. There's a lot of fire coming from your spirit team. A lot of protection and fire. And I feel like this is, I'm hearing it's because they want you to stay in your feminine energy. They want you to stay balanced. They want you to collect this wealth, this abundance. Through this energy here, Pisces, I feel like your spirit team is just not playing about you. And at the bottom of this deck, I have Bon Dieu, which is this is like the Hierophant card. And it says, Divine Source, Supreme Will, Creation, Truth, Infinite Power. There's an infinite power. And I feel like your third eye is so wide open. And it's like you're communicating directly with spirit. And there's like a divine power guiding you and guiding your spirit team, actually, in your protection. It's like they're all joining together and they want you to have this wealth and abundance. They want you to be able to have this calm that you've been asking for and praying for in your life. Beauty, gift, appreciation. Yes, see, they want to give you a gift. Fête. This is a party. They want to have a party for you. They're like rejoicing. These are flowers. Fleur. I said fête. This says fleur, which is flowers. Beauty, gift, appreciation. There's a lot of appreciation coming from your spirit team. And they're not playing about you. They're giving you your flowers. They want you to step into your leader role, your teacher role. You're moving from the student to the teacher. You're going to speak a lot of truth, and you're going to have a lot of powerful truth to speak to people. And they're going to listen. If people didn't listen before, you have a whole team behind you. They're going to listen. Bonne chance. You have good luck and crossroads. Kafu. Bonne chance and kafu. Decisions, duality, destiny. Luck, small blessings and surprises. All over. Blessings and surprises are all over your reading. Your blessings are untouchable. Your crossroad. That's that. Remember, I was talking about the duality of you, right? The feminine, the masculine, and now you are, like now you're doing this dance. You're in this flow where you're just moving. Your energy is just moving and flowing in tangent, right? The masculine, the feminine is moving in tangent. There's not a pull, push, pull, tug, push anymore. And so I feel like this crossroads is just what it is. Like this crossroads is with yourself. The crossroad is with you letting go of the old version of you as you're stepping into this new version of you. And you're so supported with the flowers and the diviner of gifts, this fierce protection, luck, small blessings. Yes, the conflict and competition is here, right? But the conflict and competition in your life at one point was meant to show you discipline, to show you how to discipline yourself, how to discipline your boundaries. But at this point, the conflict is, you've learned your lessons. So spirit is here saying no, like no. Like anybody bringing this type of energy to you is blocked now. So I think that's amazing. Let's pull from this tarot deck and see what else spirit has to say. Temperance. Did I not say your spirit team? Like this is guided. Like you have the God card here. You have Temperance. You have the High Priestess here. They want you to meditate. They want you to connect. Your patience is paying off. If you've been robbing Peter to pay Paul, that's going to stop. You're always going to have more than enough to fill your cup. Even when it looks to others that you don't, you'll always be, even doesn't matter what other people think, like you'll always be fulfilled. You'll always have more than enough. And I see you living I see you living humbly, like not, but being in abundance, right? And a lot of wealth. but just being humble. Walking away. Here's the walking away from conflict. Like, just like, you know, like when people come to you in conflict, you're not engaging anymore. Things that are hidden, what's hidden? Look at this. You're not engaging in conflict anymore. The moon and the ace of wands. That's what you don't see coming. This ace of wands. You don't see the energy, like, I feel like you're just gonna, you're as you release this self, like, you're just gonna wake up one day and you're just gonna be a different person. People will just tell you, like, oh, you're so calm. Because maybe this persona that you've picked up, right, that you've had to change into to make these changes that you need in your life to have this transformation, you're gonna be letting it go. And the part of that is because you've let go of the conflict, and Spirit is like, fine. Oh, okay. You're not fighting anymore with these people? I'm blocking them now. I'm blocking them now. And let me give you a little something to take on the road with you. You don't see this coming. A lot of passion coming into your life. A lot of things growing. Whatever you planted is blooming, and it's ripe, almost ripe for picking. Spirit says you've been really patient. Okay. The Emperor, I like it. Strength. Three of Pentacles. The Ten of Cups. Okay. Look at you. Protecting your destiny. And okay, let me just start here. Okay. I have the Emperor and Temperance. You are the Emperor. What's hidden is the strength that you have. You have what's hidden is the strength that you have coming in. The passion you have passionate collaborations coming in. And you may have had family you may have had people trying to bring conflict in and destroy, like, your family, but don't worry about it. Hold your destiny close to you. The Four of Pentacles is here with the Nine of Wands and the Queen of Swords. Hold your destiny close to you, because if not, people will bring you, if you don't hold your destiny close to you, people will try to bring you burdens. If this wealth and abundance that you have coming in, if you don't hold it close to you, people will try to bring you their burdens to take on. But I see you pulling out your sword. I see the Queen of Swords. I don't know if this is you or if this is your spirit team, because your spirit team is all over this. But, you know, I think you need to work on acknowledging your strength. Because maybe right now, right, as you're going through this phase right now, it might feel it's a little heavy letting go of that old self. So you might be feeling still going back a little bit to feeling like, oh, things aren't working. They're working. So acknowledge your strength. So you don't have to overpower people. You're already the Emperor. Acknowledge your position and make sure that you're demanding what's yours. And when I say demanding, not in a overbearing way, but make sure that you're commanding the respect that you deserve. You might have even had like 2 or 3 people in your energy trying to collaborate to mess things up for you, to cause conflict, delays, chaos, right? But this is all stuff that you're walking away from. But your advice is hold what you have coming in, because it's about to come in, and it's coming in quick with the Ace of Wands here. You'll be surprised, and there's some things that are coming in with the moon, is that some things are going to come to light for you, right? So you're going to gain clarity on something, on things. You're going to gain things that are hidden are going to come to the light. And so as things come to the light, Spirit wants you to continue to let go, leave the conflict alone. You might not be happy about all of it. You may be looking at people like they're crazy. They may look at you like you're crazy, but then eventually they're going to step up and they're going to look at you and they're going to go, oh wow, Pisces was right. Pisces is doing that thing. It's like winning the lottery, right? The spiritual awakening, the spiritual abundance, this abundance that comes with the spiritual awakening. And it's everyone's birthright, but you don't want people just bringing and dropping their burdens off at your doorstep, all right? Because they know that you have all these gifts incoming. They can already see it in your glow, so there's no need to go brag. So hold it near and dear to you. I mean, at some point, some of it you won't be able to you won't be able to hide it, right? But you don't want people just coming and causing distractions, because you have work to do, and Spirit has a lot of abundance that they want to bring into your life, right? And they don't want people who are not doing the work just coming and dropping their burdens off at your door anymore. So just to be careful. But you don't even see, I mean, you know you're strong. I know you're strong. But your spiritual strength is growing. I'm seeing these people, whoever's causing conflict for you. I think this whip is out here. I'm like, seeing these people in a dungeon, and Spirit is just like tearing them a new one. In the old days, you know, the emperor would send, what, like, was it? Like, they would send, like, people to the guillotine. That's what I'm hearing. I'm not saying that's not what we're doing here. But, you know, it's, that's just to say, like, Spirit is not playing. And Spirit wants you to just slow, as all this is coming in right now, Spirit wants you to slow down. Take a break, rest, relax. Don't worry, let people do what they do. Just continue to ignore them. Walk away from their chaos. They're not happy that you're walking away from their chaos. They wish they could engage you. But it's like no matter what they do, they cannot engage you, because you are the emperor sitting on your throne. And you have the emperor and this Queen of Swords, and you are just divinely protected. You have like protection all over this reading. So that's the thing, when you do the work, you like, there's one thing with doing the work. There's another thing about believing, right? You have to continue to believe in who you are, in who your spirit team is, in who God, Jesus, whoever you believe in. All right, Pisces, thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this reading. Destined places have been a blessing in my life, astrocartography, and I would love to make it a blessing in yours. All right? I love you. See you in the next one.